a macOS client for Path of Exile. We're really proud of what we achieved last year under difficult conditions and can't wait to
Just tell me what the league is!
2021, where we expect to reveal much more about Path of Exile 2 and Path of Exile Mobile, as well as 4 releases for Path of Exile, including the one you're about to see.
Welcome, it's your friendly neighborhood Badger here, and I am blown away. You may have recently just seen the upload of my live reaction to the announcement of Echoes of the Atlas, the new Endgame expansion content update, or Atlas content update for Path of Exile, coming in 3.13. So today, I'm basically just going to be bringing out so many different videos, so stay tuned, and there is a playlist with all of these videos that I will be releasing, and this is one of the first ones, so if you're catching this, welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about the Echoes of the Atlas, actual core implementation, and what our initial reactions are of this. However, definitely jump down below. There's links to that playlist and everything like that. And remember to subscribe because then you're going to get all of these videos as they come out. But yes, so welcome to Echoes of the Atlas. If you watch the live stream, you will know a little bit about this, but we're going to try and break it down in all of its essences. Right from the very beginning, we know that Echoes of the Atlas is an expansion to the Atlas. Now, this is confirmed to be parallel beside the Conquerors of the Atlas and Cirrus and everything like that as well, but it's adding so much to the game. So let's just jump into it. Path of Exile, Echoes of the Atlas. In Path of Exile, Echoes of the Atlas, you'll gain even more control over your endgame Path of Exile experience by specializing each region of your Atlas with its own passive tree. Crafting watchstones to refine your rewards, selecting up to 10 map bosses to face simultaneously, and challenging the Atlas's new pinnacle boss, the Maven. Alongside this endgame content, you'll perform dangerous and rewarding rituals in the action-packed Ritual League, which we will talk about in a separate video. Now, in this specific video, we're talking about the core of Echoes of the Atlas, but we will be diving in depth to how the actual Atlas passive skill trees work in a separate video. So definitely wait for that one, should be out fairly soon. So as we've seen in the trailer, Echoes of the Atlas is focused around basically like a boss arena, as you can see kind of here, and it's kind of in this picture right here. This boss arena, where as you're going through maps, you can basically have a character called the Maven witness your boss kills, and then you're able to kind of redo your boss kills in this special Maven's Challenge interaction. You can do 1 boss, 2 boss, 3 bosses, 6 bosses, all the way up to 10 bosses, which I guess is the end game, or basically Awakener 8 version. And after the 10 bosses, that's when you fight the Maven herself. So there's a lot of really interesting thing that comes with it. Obviously, we know that the Maven is a new endgame boss, which is going to be absolutely insane for all of you who love bossing. I, myself, absolutely love bossing. And hopefully it's going to be a really interactive fight. We didn't really see any gameplay of that fight, but what we did see as well is there's lots of crazy interactions that you can have with all of the bosses in here. We know that it's confirmed that you can have the Shaper Guardians. This pretty much looks like it's from Phoenix here, and there is other things as well. These are usually from the Hydra as well, but we can also see, if you go and watch the footage again, you can see the Hydra totems, you can see Phoenix doing his spin, so you know you can have those Guardians. All map bosses, the only things that we can't have are like very unique bosses from like some specific unique maps and that sort of thing. We can't bring those in, but everything else around that, it's fair game. You can basically witness all these bosses, choose your boss fights, fight them together. We can even see in this picture, we've got Katava, we've got Malachi, and then we've even got, I can't even see exactly who this is, but another very malformed boss there, which is pretty insane. And then the last little picture here as well, we can see, fighting more bosses. You've got Uchula, you've got Gravicius, you've got Malachi, you've got Chavron, you've got Doedri. It's all pretty insane. Boss rushes are one thing that I've been wanting for so long, and it's finally in the game. I'm extremely excited, and that's basically the content in its core. So what am I hoping from this content? What I'm hoping for is, first of all, very interactive boss fights, or boss fight, as I should say. All of the big boss fights in terms of having all of these special bosses together, all of our witness bosses together. It's just going to be basically, as I said, a boss rush. It's going to be the same mechanics that we see from these bosses, but they're all going to be happening at the same time. The one thing that I'm really, really hoping for is that the Maven is an interactive boss fight on the likes of something like Uber Elder. Now, Uber Elder is a really, really, really good fight. It's got all of the hallmarks of a great fight. Lots of things happening, but very telegraphed. Big damage, but you can avoid all of that damage if you're very good. Phases where you can still do things and progress the phases. So we're not talking about serious phases where there's a tornado and you just kind of have to wait there. That's bad phases. Good phases are either add phases with interactive elements, like, you know, the normal Elder fight where you're fighting the portals and you're trying to save Shaper from getting hit. Those sorts of things are the type of phases that we look for in a boss fight like this. So hopefully with the Maven, they've learned from previous boss fights, and they're going to be giving that to us. The other thing that I'm really hoping from this Echoes of the Atlas expansion is that it's not too difficult to understand. Now, that's the really, really big thing, especially for new players. We had quite a few new players in chat as we were watching it live. Say, look, this looks really cool, but there's so much content right here, I can't get my head around it. Granted, we do have a week to pass through all of this, and that's what I'm helping with you as well. All of these videos being uploaded are going to hopefully break down everything for you, so you can know exactly what you're getting into. But it still is, with all of the, you know, the Atlas passive skill trees and the watchstones and all of that kind of stuff, it's going to be a lot of content. Now, as I said, we'll go in depth into the passive skill trees in the next video, but we do have a couple more things to talk about. The other things to talk about are the new Endgame Rewards. So Echoes of the Atlas introduces 3 types of craftable watchstones. These valuable endgame items allow you to upgrade your Atlas and boost what types of rewards you find from maps. Players who are able to earn these powerful rewards will find that they are strictly better than regular watchstones. They can be traded, don't expire with use, and their benefits can stack, which is really interesting. So as you start to get these watchstones, you just replace them with your standard watchstones, which is really, really cool. And then we've got the Maven's Orb as well, which is a really, really interesting orb that will drop from Maven herself, or so we're thinking, that removes an influence modifier from an item with at least 2 influence modifiers and upgrades another influence modifier. Upgrading modifier of the highest tier transforms the modifier into an elevated modifier. Crazy, insane, absolutely insane, crazy. This orb is said to be on the same rarity as Conqueror's orbs from the Conqueror's bosses. So, you know, say, for example, I would say it's around about 1 in 20 on fighting a Conqueror that you would get a Conqueror's orb. So I would say that the Maven's orb is going to be 1 in 10 to 1 in 20 drop from the Maven boss fight herself. That is my own personal opinion there. So there's some of the mods that you can see on the other watchstones here are items found have a 0.23 chance to have a white socket, have a 10% chance to have an additional essence. That's pretty interesting. Imprisoned monsters. Items found in areas have a 0.2 chance to have the maximum number of sockets. That's pretty crazy. Voltaxic sulfite veins and chests in areas contain 3% more sulfite. Very cool as well. And then the last one here, we've got Legion encounters in areas have 23% increased chance to include a Maraketh army. That's pretty good for grinding Maraketh. And 3% increased effective modifiers on non-unique maps. That's massive as well. So you can just imagine that juicing your Atlas here is going to be crazy. Once again, check the next video for the in-depth juicing that we can achieve from unlocking the Atlas passive trees. That is all I have to say in this video. As I said, there's multiple videos coming out today. The reason I'm splitting them up into so many videos is just so I'm not throwing like another 40-minute video at you that's just, you can't break it down. That's all we have to talk about, the overview of Echoes of the Atlas. If you have any questions, if you have any worries, any queries, anything like that, comment down below in the comments. I'll check them all out. I'll see what I can respond to. But honestly, let's just have fun discovering this all ourselves. So, Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Remember, if you want to keep updated with all of this kind of stuff, subscribe button, hit that little bell, and come and watch us live on Twitch, twitch.tv/thisisbadgergaming. I will see you all very soon. Until next time, Badger out.